Hello and welcome, beautiful people. My name is Kayla McCarthy. I am a Kripalu trained yoga and mindfulness teacher. And we are here today for a body love intermediate class. And our focus today is going to be on props. It's a prop practice, if you will. So I have a blanket, 2 yoga blocks, a strap, and a tennis ball. Bum, bum, bum. Game changer right here. So if you don't have these things, well, I'm going to assume most everybody has a blanket. But you could use things like blocks. You could use pillows. Instead of a yoga strap, you could use a belt, one of those like squidgy, stretchy, like physio straps. This like belt on a robe, even a towel. These are all just tools to bring like the earth closer to you, to be able to reach parts of your body that you might not be able to reach otherwise. And in this practice, I will say, even if you have never need to use props, right? Like you are able to go into these postures in the way they've been presented. I would encourage you to still try props today, because it totally changes a pose, and it will change the way you connect to the muscles in your body, the way you stretch, the way you move, the way they soften, the way you can lean into something. So this is totally a celebration of exploration of props today. Boom. All right. So on that happy note, as always, listen to your body. If I'm guiding you into something that doesn't feel natural and right to you, then please listen to that inner voice, because you are going to know your body so much better than I am ever going to. And your yoga practice is your yoga practice. It's not my practice, it's your practice. So make sure you're honoring that in the way you move today. Especially because this is body love yoga. There's no better way to honor your body than by listening to it wholeheartedly with every passing breath. All right, I'm done with talking now. Well, except for all the talking I'm about to do. And I do excuse my voice, it might be a little bit squeaky, and we'll make this a bit of a shorter practice just so that I can then go drink some tea after and chill out. So finding your comfortable seated position. If it's a prop practice, so I am sitting on a cushion to lift the hips above the knees. And that takes pressure out of the knees. So if you're ever in a sitting position, especially on the earth, and you feel some tension, some soreness in the knees, try lifting the hips above the knees, because it takes some of that pressure off the bend in the knee. But also, double win. It then helps you lift and lengthen tall through the crown of the head easier, so that the muscles of the front and back body don't have to work so hard. So I could also be sitting on the blanket here, or on one of these blocks, right? It's just something that's going to lift you up above those knees. And then once you find that alignment in the spine, you feel that opening, you're connected to the core, tucking the belly button up and in. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale softly. Soften the eyelids or close them. Shoulders melt down the back body. Palms rotate up on the thighs. And just beginning to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathing deep here. Committing to this process of exploration today. With your movements, with your body. Acknowledging that this practice here is a celebration of this physical form that you inhabit. This gift that you brought into the world. This gift that is all that you are. That encapsulates the totality of your awesomeness, your amazingness. All of it lives in this form. And is there anything more beautiful and more precious than that on this planet, than the relationship that we foster to it? Kind and gentle thoughts, kind and gentle words, kind and gentle breath. You to slow down that exhale till it's twice as long as the inhale here. Pausing for a few minutes to just connect to the breath. Letting any thoughts that may arise just float off out of the consciousness into the ethers like a cloud, so that you can further explore this beautiful relationship with your own body. Really slowing down that exhale. And then when you're ready, allow the eyelids to flutter open. You feel that sense of peace, that sense of calm, and what a few moments of intentional breath work can offer you. Beautiful. You can grab your strap, bring it in front of you with the arms, and then inhale to lift the arms straight up overhead. So the arms are about a V shape here. Slight micro bend at those elbows. This can be grabbing the strap, or you can wrap the strap around the hands one time to firm up that grip a little bit. And then big breath in to extend and lift tall through the crown of the head. And then exhale. Oh, bring it over to the side. There's the tail in front of my face. Womp womp. Breathing deep here. You could always just come into a traditional side stretch, one hand to the earth, one hand lifted up overhead. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale to come to the other side. It's really, the stretch is from the hip bone to the armpit, right? Feel that opening. Keep that back shoulder pulled back a little bit so that heart space stays open. And inhale to come back up to center. Exhale to bring the hands all the way down in front of you. You can let go of that strap here, just leaving it in front of you on the mat. And then on the next exhale, twist and turn, looking out past the back shoulder. Breathing deep, inhale to lift and lengthen, exhale to twist and turn a little bit more. Paying special attention to any numbness, pinching, or tingling. Is your body kindly asking you to come out a little bit? Inhale to come all the way back through to center. Exhale, twist, coming to the other side here. Breathing deep, breathe into this pose, into this body. Inhale to unravel, unwind, return back to center. And then you can keep the bolster, the prop under you if you'd like. If you feel nice and sturdy, then stay on it. But otherwise, extend just the right leg out to the side. Wrap this, oh my gosh, you can see how dirty my feet is. Can you tell I've been gardening the past few days? Wrap that strap around the foot. Wrap your hands around the strap. And then inhale, find that lift, lengthen, and extension tall through the crown again. Take a big deep breath in through the nose. Feel the lungs to their whole capacity. And exhale, keep that nice flat back. Find some resistance with the strap and begin to fold forward, keeping the nice flat back. If you find the shoulders rounding, then come back up a little bit. Less is more with this pose. Gaze facing towards the foot in front of you, foot nice and active like it's pressed against the wall. Big deep breaths in here. And then on your next exhale, you can wrap your hands around the straps a few times and round forward this time. So this time we are rounding now because we're changing the pose. These little, movements can make a big difference, but it's about making sure that you're embodying each one intentionally. Inhale, take a nice big deep breath in, rising back up, and then switch to the other side. So really like pivoting the torso to face that foot here. Sole of the other foot is pressing firmly into that upper inner thigh. Wrap the strap around the feet. And then once again, get yourself set up with the strap. Find the amount of tension you want, wrap the hands around it. Keep a slight micro bend in this extended leg. And then inhale, nice big deep breath and lift and rise. And then exhale, wrap around one more time if you'd like, and then begin to hinge forward from the hips here. Keeping that nice flat back. Keeping that integrity in the body. And then exhale, allow yourself to perhaps wrap again. Oh, feel that change. And all while keeping that sacred connection to your breath. Inhale to begin to slowly roll back up to your seated position. You can scooch that arm out of the way and then roll forward onto hands and knees here. Knees stacked under hips, hands stacked under shoulders. You could come onto the fists if you have like sensitivity in the wrist, carpal tunnel like I do. And then whichever you're choosing, palms flat on the earth, hands on the earth. Tuck that belly button up and in to create a nice straight line of energy from the tip of the tailbone, extending out tall from the crown of the head. Big deep breath in through the nose here. Drop the belly down, open the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin into chest. Inhale, those shoulder blades slide closer together. Exhale to round. A few more times following your own sacred pattern by following your own breath. One more breath cycle here. And then inhale, we're turning to that nice flat back. Oh, I forgot to mention, this could be a really lovely place to put a blanket underneath the knees here. But then I want you to curl the toes under and lift the knees up just a few inches off the earth. Hover and hold. Oh, building a little bit of heat. And then inhale to lift the hips all the way up and back, pedal out the feet here. And then exhale, let those heels fall down closer to the earth. Bend the knees if you need to and find some extension through the spine. Nice open line of energy, really pressing into those palms to lift the hips up and back even further here. Neck in alignment with the arms, elbow creases shining out bright to the world. Inhale, take a step up with the right foot and then the left, coming into a forward fold. And this can be a lovely place to add some blocks, to lift the earth up to you here. Even if it's not something that you think that you need, I would encourage you to explore this with blocks. Breathing deep here. Inhale to lift up to a nice flat back, arms extended straight out, back and behind, nice open line of energy, extending out tall through the crown of the head. Exhale all the way back down to those blocks. Inhale, bend the knees, lift and rise high till the palms touch. And exhale to slide the hands down to heart center. Beautiful. All right, once again, make sure you have that strap handy. We're going to keep it in between the arms. Once again, that sort of V shape with the arms. So standing tall in mountain pose to start. Feet hip width distance apart. Knees in a micro bend, thighs active, engaged, pulling towards each other, zipping up through the core, extending that energy all the way up through the crown of the head. Shoulders softened and melted down the back body. And then inhale to lift those arms all the way up overhead. Big deep breath in to find that length in the spine. And exhale, coming in to a side stretch once again. Pausing here for a few breaths. Inhale to come all the way up to center. Exhale to go to the other side. And if this is a pose you've done before without a strap, really ask yourself, listen to your body. What is different this time? Inhale to come back up to center. Exhale, soften the grip on that strap. Let go of that. Grab a block. Place it in between the thighs here. Bring the hands to heart center and sit back and down into Utkatasana or chair pose. Now the trick here, right, hips back and down. So like this can be chair pose. This could be chair pose. I'm sure there's like, you can get even lower with it, right? But the trick is no matter how far deep you're going into this, is just lift the toes up. All right. If you're still sturdy with the toes lifted up, then you're doing awesome. It means your weight is evenly distributed in your body. You're a rock star. Wherever you are though, activate those thighs. Hug and squeeze that block in and see how that changes this posture for you. This is like a foundational yoga pose. And how does it change with a block? Take deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale, begin to straighten the legs, pull that block out from between the legs, and then take the strap, reach it back and behind you. So now both hands are holding the strap and we're coming into a modified yoga mudra. So essentially it's a forward fold with the arms straight up, back and behind you, clasping onto the strap. Big deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale, begin to bend the knees, drop the strap behind you, grab that block in front of you, place it back in between the legs, come back in to Utkatasana, chair pose. And here, we're gonna get a bit weird with it, ready? Big deep breath in. This is only if you're feeling sturdy. If you are feeling wobbly, please stay here, my friend. But everyone else, big deep breath in, exhale. Bring the elbow to the outer edge of the opposite knee and bring this into a twist. Big deep breath. Inhale to return to center. Exhale to twist to the other side. Inhale to return to center. Exhale, remove that block out of the way. Coming into a full forward fold. Hands could be on blocks in front of you once again, always an option. And then inhale, bend those knees to rise high up to the sky until palms touch overhead. Looking up at the hands, bringing a little back bend to the practice. Exhale to slide the hands down to heart center. Pausing with a hand on the belly, a hand on the heart. Eyelids can soften or close. Taking a sweet moment to check in with this perfect body. How is your practice going? What is or is not working for you? Inhale to come back to center, back to the space. Take your blocks down and place them in the middle of the long edge of your mat, okay? And then take a step about a leg's length behind those blocks. Standing up nice and tall here, slight micro bend in the knees, pressing into the knife edges of the feet. Feet parallel to each other. And then inhale, open up the arms side to side as you lift tall through the crown. Breathing deep here in star pose, a power pose, bright and brave and beautiful. Big deep breath in through the nose and then begin to hinge forward from the hips. So keeping that nice flat back. Slowly making your way forward. Only as far as you can while keeping that flat back. If you find that you are beginning to round, like come back up. Find that sweet spot, that edge. And one more big deep breath in, gaze flat on the earth in front of you. Exhale, round fold, bring those hands to the blocks in front of you. Wide-legged forward fold. Pausing here, allowing the flow of blood to change direction in the body. Then bring one block to the center in front of you. Place one hand or fist on that block, and then inhale to open up to the sky, finding a twist. Pausing here, breathing here. Exhale, bring that hand down, replacing it and opening up to the other side. Really pressing into that block to come into that twist a little bit more. Always, always, always listening to the body. Big deep breath in, exhale. This time take a block and bring it face up nice and tall here. Grab that strap back behind you. So that same modified yoga mudra we did before, we're now going to do it wide-legged. So from starting with that nice flat back, exhale. See if you can lower your head all the way to the block here. I don't think my head's gonna make it, that's okay. But inhale to really lift those arms back up and behind. Breathe. Keeping that firm connection with the feet and the earth. Hinging from the hips, shoulders softened. And then inhale, return to that nice flat back. And then slowly, with so much integrity, so much core connection, come all the way back up to standing. Let the strap drop. Heel toe the feet closer together here. Till the feet are hip width distance apart. You can scooch the props on out of the way. And then grab your trusty tennis ball. So what we're gonna do here is just like a little back massage. So what we're gonna do, you're gonna take the ball and reach over the opposite shoulder. See how I'm doing that? Until it's like, finding a spot here in the back where you'd like to start. And then we're gonna lean into our prop, the wall over here. So that the only thing touching the wall right now is the ball. The only thing touching your back is the ball. And begin to rock back and forth. Ooh, I actually want to move it a little bit lower. So you can always like readjust if it's not where you want it to be. And then you can go side to side or up and down. Oh. Just give yourself a little yoga back massage here. Yeah, wiggle into it. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Up into the shoulder area. Oh, it's nice. Beautiful. And if you find a spot that you're like, oh, Nelly, pause there and lean into that spot. Send your breath and awareness there with the inhale and use the exhale to soften. Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I do this pretty regularly myself. All right, reach around, grab that tennis ball, same thing, other side. So reach up and over that other shoulder, side where you'd like it to be, and then lean into the support of the wall. The wall's your buddy, it's there for you. I use the wall as a prop quite regularly in my own yoga practice. Oh yeah, get a little weird with it, lean into it. I just wanted to sing that, I don't know, lean back. Lean back, lean back. Oh yeah. If you get one of those tender spots, if you set into your left hip, you can try to like literally like micro movements in that spot, right? Yeah. Oh, that feels so nice. All right. Grab that tennis ball, move it off to the side here. I'm turning back to the mat. Inhale to lift those hands all the way up to the sky. Exhale to dive down to the feet or to your blocks. Allow yourself to be here for a moment. Hinging forward from those hips. Inhale, arms straight out back and behind, back halfway lift. Exhale to come back to those blocks. And then inhale, bring your hands all the way down to the blocks. Take a step back with the right leg. Drop the knee down. Take a step back with the left leg. Drop the knee down. Again, this would be a lovely place to put a blanket under the knees. And then exhale, keep your hands on the block here. And melt your forehead down towards the earth. And now, if it's harder to reach the earth because your hands are on the blocks, that's legitimate. If your blanket isn't folded underneath you, you can bring that so that you can lift the earth to you. Pausing here for a few breaths. Once again, checking in. How is your practice going in your body and in your mind? Inhale to slowly lift and rise. You move the props to the side. Sit back on the tush. Pivot the feet in front of you. And bring the soles of the feet to touch. Place one block under one thigh and one block underneath the other thigh, giving a little support here, making this a restorative cobbler's pose. And then bring the hands to the feet for a little bit of self-love. Say to yourself, I am worthy of support. I'm worthy of the props. Worthy of a little bit of self-love, self-care. This body is worthy. You are worthy. This stuff. We all just be walking around like we were worthy, the world would be a very different place. Yeah. Gives those hard spots a little bit of extra love to soften the hard edges. That's what the world needs. Make your way all the way down towards the foot. Interlace those fingers, wrap them around the feet or bring the hands to the thighs. And then exhale, forward fold, arms go side to side. Head hangs. Feel that opening in the hips. Inhale to slowly rise on up. And then move those blocks to the side, but make sure that you can keep them in reach as we're positioning to this next pose. So soles of the feet flat on the earth, tush in the middle of the mat, and exhale to slowly, with control, one vertebrae at a time, come all the way down to lay down on the mat. Take one block here. Place it in between the knees. All right. Now reach and make sure that you can just reach those heels here. Palms down, squeezing the thighs into that block. Inhale to lift the hips up off the mat. Now, we've got one block here. I'm going to offer you another block because we can make this restorative. I like it on this side here, like the shorter setting. You can slide that right under the tailbone and turn this into a restorative bridge if you'd like. So when you do this, you kind of lose the effect of the block in between the legs, but I still think it's helpful for when you're lifting up and lowering to like, it redistributes the like where you're applying the pressure, so which muscle groups you're using to lift up, and actually it's more sustainable. It's easier for the body to sustain when you use the muscles groups that are so non-located something with the block. Oh, I'm gonna stop. Oh, all right, one more big breath cycle here, into the nose and out through the nose. And then inhale. If you're using the block to make it restorative, scooch that out of the way. Make sure you're active and engaged in those thighs. As you exhale, lower the hips back down towards the earth. You can remove that block out of the way also. Walk the feet to be the width edge of the mat. And then windshield wiper the legs side to side. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Gently rock side to side. Winding down the practice. All of that amazing work you've done. The next time you rock to a side, let those knees come all the way down to the earth. Open up the arms in a Texas T at shoulder height, or you can come into cactus arms by bending in 90-degree angles at the elbow, and then turn the head to look in the opposite direction of the knees. Inhale to bring the gaze to center, the knees to center. Exhale to the other side. Hmm. Hmm. Inhale to bring the knees to center. And then exhale, stretch those legs up and take a few moments here to use your props to set up to get ultra cozy for this Shavasana. So I like to have a blanket underneath me, a little extra cushion. And if you have like a pillow or anything like that, you can place it under the knees. It's good, ultra cozy here, okay? Yeah. Oh. If you're menstruating or will be menstruating soon, you can place the hands over the abdomen for a little extra weight. Then just take some deep breaths here. Feel everything in your body softening and settling into the support of your props, the support of your practice, and the support of Mother Earth beneath you. Wiggle the fingers and toes. And roll onto one side of the body here in a fetal position. Hold up like a little ball. You can use that lower arm as a pillow for the head. The top hand can just press gently into the earth, easing the transition from ground to seated. Pausing for a breath cycle here. When you're ready, knowing that you can stay here for as long as that you need to, beginning to make your way up towards a comfortable seated position. We'll close our practice with one Om today. Give a muscle or throat situation. So big breath in through the nose. Om. My wish for you on this day and every day that follows is peace of body, peace of heart, and peace of mind. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed this prop practice. If you like it, let me know, and we'll do more prop practices in the future. Prop practice 2.0. All right. See you next time. Bye.